would ride off into the sunset. We are live? I don't think so. I don't see anything yet. Oh, I just... Yeah, we're live. What is up? Oh, my God. Who's so excited for today? We are. Let's go.
Broncos Country, what's going on?
Guys, oh, my God. Aaron, I'm not going to lie. It took me a lot to get here today, and I think I've said that every week.
Yeah.
Today was...
I'm used to it at this point.
No, listen, I think after 3 weeks of this, like, I think it's the stages of grief.
Okay.
And I think coming into today's show, we were both like, what's it going to look like? And we were like, you know what? Let's just fucking talk. Let's just do the thing, which is what we do anyways. But that's how I'm feeling today.
Yeah. I'm feeling good. I was when I talked to you on the phone to see if we were gonna do the show, I was still under my covers in my bed.
I can't believe
just
it.
opening my eyes.
I know.
Crust still in there.
Aaron,
and
it's like we literally talked about this on Friday.
We did.
And then he's like, "Are we doing this?" I'm like,
I just had to make sure because I didn't hear from you at 7:40. You know, it was the time, and I still hadn't heard from you.
This
so
is
I was
what's
just like, "Is
happening
she
in
still in the
Broncos
bed?"
Country. We're just like nothing matters.
I think this
We're
is the way we
missing
started the game
alarms.
last week. And that's why they got 70 put on us because they were all
God,
our defense was throwing the way
dude.
we are right now.
I know. Well, if you're watching with us, grab your drink. We got to start off the show right. I was telling Aaron this actually might
This is my favorite part of the show.
make me feel better today. Typically, I don't look forward to it.
From our not yet future sponsors.
I do look forward to it. Fireball. Aaron told me I have to stop talking shit on
about people that we want to sponsor us. You know, that'd be nice.
Listen, it's hard. Alcohol's hard, okay?
I'll say this Fireball has been getting me right every Sunday.
Okay.
For games.
Every Sunday. And it's sent me every Sunday. Not got me right. Sent me. I can't open this. All right. Well, you know what? Chicago, Denver. Oh, we have so much to talk about.
Oh, we got some stuff to talk about.
Oh, my God.
I got some not so great things. I got something not so great to say.
Okay,
It's
let's
not
go.
gonna be good.
Let's get in on it. Oh, God. Let the words flow, baby.
Cheers, Bronco Country.
Okay. Let's fucking go. Okay, I need to stop swearing also. I'm
I like
sorry,
that.
everyone. All right,
Who
Aaron.
gives a shit?
Okay, so Bears versus Broncos in Chicago. Sorry, it's hitting
That's
again.
like my second home.
Woo. I know. That's why I was like, oh, we have a lot to talk about. So what are you feeling right now?
I'm feeling more excited to watch this game, I guess, than before. You know, it's the battle of the worst, and I've come to
Okay, what? Oh, jeez. You can't just say that, though.
Well, it is. It's I mean, whoever loses is technically going to be the worst team in the league. That doesn't mean it's going to be like that 3 weeks from now, but in this moment, we're fighting for the worst.
Okay.
Everybody knows the Bears really are probably the worst team, but we just got 70 put on us. You know, there's other teams that haven't won yet either, but they don't you know, the Bears are on a 13-game losing streak. We got 70 put on us. They don't have anything like that going on. So
Okay, fine.
technically, this is the battle of the worst, but I don't think we'll end up the worst out of all the bad teams.
Okay.
If that means anything, which sucks because if we're amongst the worst, I hope that we are the worst so we can get the number 1 pick, which is Caleb Williams, a generational quarterback. You know, so.
Okay. Well, okay. There's so much you just said.
I know.
Okay.
We got to unpack a little
Yeah.
bit of that before I keep going.
Okay, but can you talk to me? I know that I'm just looking at the records right now. So we got Vikings are 0-3, Chicago's 0-3, Panthers are 0-3, and then we are the only team in the AFC with 0-3. So that's fun. Why are we break it down? Like, why is it just the Broncos Bears? I know this game is going to be brutal, but why not the Vikings? Why not the Panthers?
Well, because the Vikings and the Panthers, first of all, they play in the NFC. So there's going to be a lot more easy games in the NFC because the NFC is a lot weaker than the AFC is. I know the Bears are in the NFC too, but the Bears are probably honestly the worst team. You know, if you put the 4 teams together, Bears are probably the worst. They're just a really bad team. They can't pass, like, at all.
Okay. Versus
So-
the Panthers and Vikings.
Yeah, the Panthers and Vikings are eventually going to get a W. Carolina's not too great. The Vikings, I have confidence that they'll turn it around a little bit, you know, and they're not going to be amongst the worst in the pack by the end of the year. I do think the Bears are definitely going to be down there. Carolina's going to be down there, and given which way we end up wanting to take it, we might be down there too. If we're trying to be down there, I think.
Okay. Because as someone that I all I know is when I look at the records, I see, I mean, any football fan who doesn't know the ins and outs, but you're saying based on the actual performance of these teams, not the record, the Bears and the Broncos are at the very, very bottom.
I mean, along with the Vikings and Panthers because of record, but I just think there's a couple little things more to us that make us a little bit worse, I guess. Like I said, the 70-point game, we're a laughing stock.
We have
Bears
to
lost
stop
13
bringing
in
it up.
a row.
We have to.
Laughing stock.
I
But-
just can't take it anymore.
But listen. If there's any time, any year for us to be the worst team in the league, this is the year.
Why?
Because there is a generational quarterback that's the guaranteed number one pick is ready to go right now.
Okay.
And it's like whoever gets in there, we're racing to see who can.
Is going to get Caleb
this guy.
Williams. Okay. But so you're saying, so I'm trying to, I realize what I do is when I ask you questions, I ask you like 4 questions in
That's
one.
all good.
And I'm always trying to figure out how to nail it down. Also, the fireball does not help. Oh my
You're
God.
you're trying to get something out of me, and you're trying to find your way to it.
Well, okay. Basically, so what you're saying is that in the draft we want a quarterback. So my question to that is why? So no more Russ. When the problem.
Russ has been great. I've been loving Russ, but yeah, when you can get Russ's contract is ridiculous. When you can get it, if it's possible that you can get a generational QB, he's young. He's going to be
as
cheap.
a backup to Russ. That's what's
No,
crazy. Is like
no.
Yeah.
I will say if we get Caleb Williams, Russ is gone.
No, I know. So
Yeah.
that's why I'm saying that
Yeah.
that's quite a statement.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. And I love Russ. Russ hasn't been the issue, but sometimes you just got to restart. Russ is 35 and his contract is huge. So those are 2 massive things. If you can get Caleb Williams, a generational QB who's 20 years old, ready to go for, they're looking at him, they're comparing him to Patrick Mahomes. They say he's like Patrick Mahomes.
Right. No, I know.
So not to say he's going to end up being that exactly, but still, I mean,
okay.
that's something.
So then the second part of the question is, so you think you want us to be the worst in the league, so we get that number 1 spot.
I don't think we're going to be the best in the league, and I don't like the in-between game.
Okay.
Unless, it was like, wow, we really just turned it around and got good enough to make it to the AFC championship and possibly make and we just lost. Okay, then cool. We're kind of in the mix there. But if we're not close, then yes, I want to be the worst. So we can get the number 1 pick, especially this year.
Okay. Love it. Love it. So Drew Simon, our Dolphins friend,
Hey, what up, Drew?
is joining us, and we're going to open drinks up for you. He's asking if we're watching at Jameson's or Barney's today.
Oh, Barney's is a Bronco bar, huh?
No, it's not a Bronco
Oh,
bar.
okay.
So-
Well, then Jameson's.
Sorry, Drew. Jameson. See you
Jameson's it
there.
is.
Bye. Anyways.
High Noon are not yet future sponsors.
Love it. Grab a high noon, guys. This is such
These are
an
great.
easy way. Yeah.
These are great.
To start out your day. Hell yeah. Let's
I'm
go.
not a huge salsa person. These things hit. These things hit.
These things hit. So, okay, cool. So, a couple of things about the Broncos and the Bears. So, we rank last in the NFL in run defense.
I think we rank last in the NFL in everything defense.
Jesus.
We give up like 40 points a game. So I'm pretty sure we're last in everything defense.
Dude. Okay. Okay. My point is.
But go ahead though, continue.
Dude, I'm so sad. Literally, like, Aaron, you got, like, it's like twisting a knife in my heart. You're so real. Like, what you are saying is not incorrect.
Yeah.
I'm just so numb and sad.
Mm-hmm.
And also, here's the thing, because a lot of people, obviously, Broncos fans have had a lot to say this week. But it's like, if we're feeling this way, I know the players are feeling 10 times worse.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm trying to be like, I feel this way, but I feel worse for them. Everything's going to be fine. Anyways, so my point is, okay, anyways, enough about how I'm so depressed right now. Ranks last in the NFL in run defense. Chicago led the NFL in rushing a season ago. So
That's because they have no idea how to pass the ball. So the only thing they can do is run. But go ahead.
Okay. So do you think that's going to be an issue today?
If we can't stop the run, then yeah, we're going to lose. If we can't stop the run, because that's the only thing they know how to do. They cannot pass. I can go out there and pass better than they can.
Okay.
That's how bad it's been.
Okay.
For their passing game.
So, okay. So you think if we don't stop, that is the one thing today. It's not.
If you can't stop the run, you're going to lose today.
Okay.
We're going to lose.
How are we going to win? Tell us how we're going to win.
Stopping the run. That's it. That's it. Because everything else about them is just terrible. They're really a bad team.
Dude, I can't with you.
Like, there's not much to the Bears. Like, it doesn't take much to beat. They lost 13 in a row. I mean, it doesn't take much to beat them.
I know, but Aaron, you're not doing much on getting people hyped up to watch this game. When you're saying these teams are so bad, it is real.
You want to be hyped up to watch this game?
Yeah.
All right, Broncos Country. Let's lose. Caleb Williams is
Aaron,
available.
You know what? I quit. I'm walking off the set.
Hey, check this out. Let me tell you something. I'm not the only one that feels this. Guess who else feels this way?
I know you're not. Who? Russell?
No. Why would Russell want that?
I don't know.
But George Payton was at the game yesterday watching Caleb Williams. We got an eye open for the man. So that means there's a possible chance hopefully, I'm not even gonna lie, but we might be tanking.
I was gonna say, do you think?
I'm for it. Only because of the player that's available. Otherwise, if it was just an average, this guy's the best player in the draft and that's it. But this guy's generational talent. Like, you know who was a generational talent? Peyton Manning is a generational talent. John Elway was a generational talent. With those guys who come into the draft, they're already saying Trevor Lawrence, he's the most recent generational talent at quarterback.
And he's doing fine.
He's turning it around. He's starting to look really good. But those are the guys that can, these are the guys that can, if your team, no matter what your team's looking like, drag you past all the nonsense,
Okay.
type of players. You know what I mean?
Okay.
He's that kind of guy, apparently.
I don't know where to fucking take this. Sorry. I don't know where to take this because I'm like trying to look and be like, oh, there's this. This might be interesting. And it's like, no, at the end of the day, it's two bad teams playing.
Yes.
And I hate that the Broncos are in that. Like, I'm trying to grasp at straws right now. I'm like,
I do too. But, I'm like, we've been stuck in the same situation for how long with the same players, with the same this and that, and the same things keep happening. So I'm like, if we're going to tank this year, I'm for it and start over again with a generational QB. I'm down for that. With Sean Payton with the generational QB? Like,
well,
what?
Do you think Sean Payton, I'm not saying he has a big ego, but he has a big ego.
Of course he does.
Do you think he would want that record on his first year of coaching after he talked crap about Nathaniel Hackett?
I mean,
after he came out of retirement. Like, do you think he wants to put that on paper that this is happening?
I don't think he wants that, but if that's the way things are going and he can't control it, I think he'll go with it and be like, okay, we're punting this year, and we're gonna focus on Caleb Williams. And I think if that is the plan, everybody will be okay with that.
I never knew I would hear this guy's name this many times before.
Let me tell you how good this person is. Look, let me tell you how good this person is.
Tell us about who Caleb is.
So this guy.
All I know is they beat us yesterday, and we almost came back.
Let me just tell you the talks about it.
Okay.
The talks about what like. I'm not even gonna dive into stats and stuff because he's just going crazy and everything.
I don't want to hear that.
He's thrown like 18 touchdowns, no interceptions so far, and he runs well, and he's just great. And
okay, fine. Okay, tell me about him. Tell me.
And let me tell you, I watch a lot of sports shows and things like that. The Nick Wrights, the Skip Baylesses,
the Broncos fan cast.
The Broncos fan cast, of course, that's number one.
I don't help at all with any of your football knowledge, though.
And I hear like they talk about, they have their NFL segments only talking about NFL, and they talk about who the best QBs are and things like that. I've heard them put Caleb Williams' name already in the mix, and he's not even in the NFL yet. They're like, the best QBs are this guy, this guy, this guy, and Caleb Williams, and he's not even in the league yet.
Okay.
I heard that on the Nick Wright show, First Things First. I'm just like, okay, this guy's ridiculous. Let me go look at what he's doing. And then I checked him out, and he's a real deal. He's a real deal.
Okay. Okay,
I do want him. I will say that.
You realize, so we've been talking for 14 minutes, and I think I would say 10 of those minutes have been Caleb Williams. Nothing about
Let's just say I have a little man crush. Safe to say. And I think George Payton, the way he was looking at him on that field yesterday, you might have maybe feeling the same way I'm feeling right now.
Yeah, but also he was there, but it's also like it's CU USC. That's sure, we've lost, I think it's 17 straight games to them.
Well, he was there to look at Caleb Williams.
Or just to have a good time and see Coach Prime.
Nope. He was there.
See the baby.
I'm sure
the baby was in the crowd. Why not?
The baby.
I know.
I mean, at this point, he's just sitting with the fans at this point, right? I mean, he fell off so hard, right?
Oh, yeah. No. They showed him. I was like, oh, yeah, remember him? Oh, yeah. Anyways.
The baby. No, I don't think I said
yeah, we're not. Anyways. So, okay. So.
Let me tell you a reason why I want this so bad.
Oh, my God.
I'm about to dive into something.
I'm
about to dive into something that's going to make you feel even worse.
Sure. Why not?
I hate
really
to do
just
this.
Keep ripping the knife. Like, why would anyone watch this depression?
Okay. Because this is where we're at, and somebody has to be real.
I will never. So go ahead.
And I'm going to be real.
Go ahead.
All right. So we grew up in a time we drafted John Elway, right?
Okay.
John Elway was there for how long? 16 years, 17 years, something like that? Mm-hmm. During that entire time, we were on top of the world. Everything's great, right? Broncos Country is on fire. We got just a great QB, generational quarterback. It's our time, right? When you have that quarterback, and it's your time. You're going to win a lot of games. You're never going to be a non-playoff team. All this. It's your time. You're one of the better teams now, and you're going to be for the next 15 years, right?
Okay.
Boom. Okay, cool. He retires. That was our time. During that entire time, you saw no Chiefs, no Raiders, no Chargers, right?
Okay.
Boom. Okay, that time's passed. Next time we get Peyton Manning. Wow, unbelievable! Another just great things happening for the Broncos. It's our time. The Broncos got Peyton Manning. We go to 2 Super Bowls, win 1. Chargers, Raiders, Chiefs, nowhere to be heard of, right? It was our time again. We are in a moment where I'm afraid that it's the Chiefs' time, and there's nothing we're going to be able to do about it until Patrick Mahomes is retired. And it's like no matter what we do year in and year out, it's going to be the same type of thing over and over again, just like the Chiefs and the Raiders and Chargers experienced when it was our time.
Wait, so you're saying until Patrick Mahomes retires,
I'm afraid of. That's what I'm afraid of. Dude, unless we get a generational QB.
I can't
like
keep hearing
Caleb Williams
that word.
Or somebody that can get
you.
us past that. Because right now, that's what we're looking at right now. We're looking at this isn't coming to an end anytime soon unless we get a somebody who's can take us past that, a generational type of player.
Okay, well, I have this question, but I think Drew Simon asked this very well. Aaron, are you not rooting for the Broncos today? This is a very important question. I don't know where you're landing on this.
Everything I do is in the best interest of the Broncos. So if we have to lose for a better future, I'm for it. But I'm not going to say it's too early in the season for us to be, because there's so many games left that can happen that can change where we're at right now. The Caleb Williams, so we can win 3 games in a row and then we're just not even close now, So it's too early to say I want them to lose type of thing. But if we do lose this and it leads to us eventually getting the number 1 pick, then yes, I'm for that. But I mean, that's just kind of a slippery slope. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and back to your point, Drew also made a good point, is that's what the Dolphins experience being in the same division as Tom Brady.
Right. There's nothing they can do no matter what. As long as Tom Brady's there, there's nothing they can do.
And the Dolphins,
now it's their time.
So then it goes back to the point of, do we really need Caleb Williams, or do we have to wait till Patrick Mahomes retires?
No, because look, there's multiple guys. There's usually about 4 to 5 guys that are that guy in the NFL at the time. So when John Elway is there, he didn't win the ring every single year. You still had, Steve Young. You still had, just other great QBs too. So all of those QBs, it's their time. It's Patrick Mahomes and Chiefs' time. It's now Miami Dolphins and Tua's time because it's the Buffalo Bills and Josh Allen's time. It's these quarterbacks are the guys that can win the ring possibly. So it's their times, and they're so good that for the next 10 years, that's going to always be the case as long as they're the quarterback. And have like devastating injuries or something like that. But it's all of their times right now, and we're just in the division of one of those guys that is their times. Unless we get one of those guys, then we'll be in the mix too. But as long as that's the case,
we got a guy. I thought we got like Russell Wilson.
Yeah, but he's 35. He's kind of on the way going out. He can still have a good year or two left, but I mean, that's about it. And he's also not at the point where he's elevating teams to be better than like a lacking defense or this and like he's not to the point where he's dragging teams anywhere. He's trying to fit in and still prove that he can even still play, which I still think he can, but he's not like Peyton Manning and Tom Brady dragging teams who have a lack of this to the Super Bowl. He's not that guy.
Well, okay, but I also have a question. So when Russell Wilson signed, people were stoked,
because
right?
they thought he was that guy.
So you're saying all that. So you have changed your tune because of what we saw last season. Which is an obvious question, yes.
Yes, so when we first got Russell Wilson, I thought he was the type of quarterback that was like a Patrick Mahomes. You put him in anywhere, and he's going to elevate him.
Yeah, that's what we
found
talked
out
about that.
That wasn't the case. But I still believe that he's good enough to be a Super Bowl winning quarterback. He just has to have a good enough team around him. Good defense, good run game, and he can, plug in, and as a team, they can make it. But he's not dragging a team to the Super Bowl anytime soon. That's what we found out that he is. He's not capable of that.
Even with his performance the past couple of weeks,
Well, yeah, I mean, we lost by 50.
But that is on defense, though.
Right, yes, but his play isn't good enough to trump whatever other bad parts of the team. You know what I mean? Like the Tom Brady's and Peyton Manning's, their play is good enough to overcome bad defense. Ours just sunk right in. Yeah, 70 points. Okay, forget about that one because nobody could have came back from that. Tom Brady, nobody could have. But look at the past games before that. I mean, we just don't have a chance. Every time we're on defense, we get a touchdown scored on us. No field goals, no punts. We get a touchdown scored, and there's nothing you can do when that's happening every single drive.
Okay.
But when you have people like Peyton Manning, and Tom Brady, they can trump some of that. They're smart. They can, all right, we need a long drive. Let's, give our defense some rest, give a little bit. They can manage that and go out there and make things happen. Russ is out there trying to not fuck up and not get benched. You know what I mean? Like, he's not out there thinking like a Tom Brady or Peyton Manning is, at this point, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Maybe in Seattle, he could have been like that, but he's still trying to win Sean Payton's approval, and he's still trying to do all those things like a rookie quarterback is doing,
Dude, I'm not gonna lie, seeing Russell Wilson and Sean Payton out there, that dynamic, I just feel like it's any son with daddy issues trying to make
trying
sure
to get is this
proud
okay?
of
Is this
him.
okay?
Yeah, seriously. I
Right.
just feel so bad for the guy, but I think Russell grew up like that anyways.
I think he's always been like that.
Yeah, I think he has. He's just not. He's not a civilian. We are civilians.
Yeah.
He is not. He's grown up his entire life almost in the limelight.
Oh yeah.
He's dating Sierra. He just is programmed a little bit differently. And it's just very interesting with Sean Payton coming in.
It is.
And how Russ was treated last year. Even going to he has his own office in the facility. Oh, yeah. That was a whole drama in itself. That doesn't exist this year.
Yeah.
But I can see it, and I'm curious if it'll either maybe that's what we need is I gotta. Oh my God, all this is so weird. I was I gotta perform well for my dad.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But
it's such those vibes.
But it's also, I think, because the Saints and the Seahawks play quite a bit. They're very familiar with each other. I believe Sean Payton coached Russ in like a couple Pro Bowls too.
In one, I believe. Yeah, but
Yeah. Anyways.
And that's during the time when Russ was actually the man.
Yeah, dude. So, okay, great. So I don't want to hear Caleb Williams' name one more time today, but you're not wrong.
If we lose this
give you that.
game, start talking about him a lot more.
Dude,
Start talking about him a lot more.
If we lose this game, I don't know if I can be back here today. I don't know if we can.
If we lose this game, we're just gonna show Caleb Williams highlights for the post game.
We're just gonna show it up here.
It's gonna be up here.
This is what
we're
his
hoping
favorite
for.
meal. This is this is what he does on Saturdays. This is the farmer's market he goes to.
100%.
Okay. So a couple of things. So we have some inactives today. So Justin Simmons is still out.
Okay.
Josie Jewell is out. Frank Clark is out.
Okay.
And Mike Purcell. There's a few of these. My main question, oh man, I mean, we saw a brutal, I hate to keep bringing it up, but brutal shakedown last week against the Dolphins. Do you think it would have been slightly different if Justin Simmons was active?
I think maybe one. I remember seeing one touchdown that if Justin Simmons was there, because
it would have.
Yeah, he would have maybe made something happen there, because the safety that was in there at the time, I think he got a touchdown scored on him, but it was like barely, and he wasn't able to quite make the play on it. And he's not as tall, as long as Justin Simmons is. There's a chance Justin Simmons may have been there for a pick or something, He changes up maybe one of those scores, but it's still the same stuff. Yeah, it's still going to be the same thing.
Okay. So you didn't think that missing this all-star safety really
because when you watch each play, every player was so wide open every time he caught the ball. It just didn't even matter. There was nobody within 5 yards, it seemed like, every time he launched the ball down the field. So, except that one play when that guy scored in the end zone barely over our backup safety. That's the only play that would have made a difference to me, in my opinion.
Okay. Well, I'm going to unless you have anything else to say about the game today, I'm going to pivot into a drinking game I'm making up on the spot right now.
Okay.
Do you have anything else to say about the game today?
No, I don't, Caleb Williams.
Oh, my God. Broncos versus Bears.
What did I say?
You said I'm done with Caleb Williams.
I said that out loud? My bad.
Oh, my God.
I didn't know I said that out loud.
I'm going to strangle you.
Let me tell you, all right.
The Broncos are tearing us apart.
If we win this game, then things change. It's like, all right, now we have to start focusing on trying to win this season. But if we lose this game...
What? You think if we win this game, there's a chance this season?
No, that's just like we're probably not getting the number one pick. That's probably the case for sure. So, all right. So if we're not going to be that, then I want to win. You know what I mean? But like I said, it's either the high. We're either going to be going for the ring, the championship possibility, or I want the number one pick. I don't want the in-betweens.
Well, I also disagree. I don't think we can go for the ring this year.
So then we need to go for that number one pick.
Dude, I'm
because that is going to be a ring.
That's
a ring.
Amazing.
Waiting to happen.
So, pivoting, you're from Chicago, or you lived in Chicago
area, yeah. Born in Denver, raised in that area.
Your mom is a Bears
from Chicago.
fan.
Yeah, she's from Chicago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, how's she feeling about it?
She I think she feels kind of the same way as she's been in what we're in since 1985. That was the last time the Bears won it, and they just haven't really been good since. They went to the Super Bowl one time with Rex Grossman, but he was the worst quarterback in years. Somehow they still made it to the Super Bowl, but they didn't have a chance against Peyton Manning. But I don't know why I did that. Peyton had nothing to do with, that game. I just felt like touching the helmet. But yeah, so she's been numb to the Bears. At this point, she's just like, oh, because she likes the Broncos too, She's a fan because I'm a fan.
Obby.
And, how moms are.
Let's go, Mom.
Hey, Mom, if you're watching, and you might be watching.
I don't think so. I don't think anyone is right now.
Oh, okay, cool. So she's not watching.
She's not.
Appreciate
so she's
the support.
Really not that much of a fan, Mom.
No, I have to call her and let her know.
Yeah, Mom,
I didn't
where
call her
were
and
you?
let you know. I'll let you know next time.
So, we're going to do some Broncos trivia that I'm going to make up here. And you know quite a lot. Like, if you ask me these questions, I'd have no idea.
Okay.
If you're going to be watching this, this past or with us, I want you to keep yourself accountable and drink if you don't know the answer, because that's what we're going to do. Okay? Yeah. All right. First question. Where did Russell Wilson go to college?
Wisconsin.
Okay, fine. All right. I'll drink.
It's because I'm a team player. I'll drink with you.
Oh, thanks.
Mm-hmm. And because I just want to drink.
Okay. How many years? Hold on. Shit. I'm making this up on as I go. Okay. How many years has Cortland Sutton been in the league? Ooh.
Seven.
Final answer?
6. Final answer.
God damn, it was 6. Oh my God.
Yes.
Oh.
Yes.
That was impressive. Okay.
Thank you.
God. So I listed 4 inactives. I said Justin Simmons, Josie Jewell, Frank Clark, and Mike Purcell as inactive. There are 1, 2, 3 others that I did not mention.
Oh, that are also inactive.
Yeah, just name one of those. Yep.
Just name one?
Yep. Inactive today against the Bears.
Caden Stearns.
Nope. Drink.
Huh?
It wasn't on the list.
Oh, okay. Well, he is out for the season, so that's why I named him.
That's not. No. We're talking about for this game.
All right. Let me try one more then. Let me give you one.
Okay, fine.
Which I still will drink, but let me take a guess.
I'll give you a hint of one of the positions.
Okay.
Defensive lineman.
Okay. I don't think it's not DJ Jones, is it?
Nope. Drink.
Okay. I keep it sounding like you're saying Drake after.
Nope.
Like,
Drink.
nope, Drake. I'm like, who's Drake? Oh.
Ronnie Perkins is out. Good old Ronnie.
Ronnie Perkins, who is he, the 8th string? I don't think I've ever heard of this guy
or
before.
JL Skinner, you could have said. Or Alex Forsyth, you could have said.
If you would have asked me if these guys are on the practice squad, I would have been like, maybe.
They're not.
Wow. These are the first time you guys have ever been spoken in any NFL podcast ever.
Hey.
No disrespect.
Well, a little. Anyways.
I mean, you got to make a name for yourself. I mean,
asked a valid question.
Yeah, that's right, I guess.
In your opinion, this might be a trick one.
Okay.
No, it's not. Wait, it is. To round it out, who is my favorite player on the Denver Broncos?
Really?
It might be a trick question, actually, though.
Javante.
Fine.
She has a shirt with Javante Williams that says Javante Bay. I can't imagine it'd be anybody else.
It could be Greg Dulcich. I'm wearing Russell Wilson right now. Fine.
Greg Dulcich was the only possible opportunity, but that was like a 10% chance.
I know, but so it could have been a trick question. There was someone that on the Broncos Instagram, which, by the way, they went dark for like 3 days. If you didn't notice that, they didn't post
a bigger account.
The actual Broncos.
Oh,
they stopped posting after halftime against the Dolphins, and they didn't post the final score, and then they didn't post again until I think it was Nick Benito's birthday. It was a birthday post about 3 days later. So, anyways, then after that they posted with like Javante out there working, and someone commented and was like, I think he's been too hyped up. He's not that big of a deal. And it was like the first time I felt like a mama bear energy. I was like about to like unleash, but I was like
that if you go on Twitter and like do some digging back, I was going a little nuts before Russ.
Like, what do you mean by that?
Before Russ with the whole, just when we were in that whole, quarterback stuff, with hopefully we get Deshaun Watson or Aaron Rodgers or just any quarterback. I was going pretty crazy.
Oh, geez. Yeah, but you are crazy on Twitter, so.
I am.
Yeah.
I am.
Any
I've toned down a little bit. I've toned down a lot of it, actually. I haven't been nearly as active, but I was very active arguing with people before, and I got a lot of joy out of that then.
Listen, and we'd love for you to come and chat with us on the pregame because otherwise all you're going to get is me yelling at Aaron the entire time about how he needs to stop talking about the Broncos losing because it hurts my soul. Anyways, well.
Let me ask a question before you end this out. If we lose it out, number 1 pick, draft Caleb Williams.
Ah! What? I can't hear his name again, dude. Okay, go ahead.
Why are you so against this?
You keep talking about it. You keep saying
Clearly,
his
it's a big deal.
It's just
what you don't realize is this guy's so good. Every other team that's Owen whatever is talking about him the same way we are, or I am.
Finish your question. We can talk.
How are you
going to
be feeling? How are you going to be feeling if we're to the point?
Game?
If we end up to the point where we draft Caleb Williams?
Fine, great, amazing. I don't want to root for a wash of a season. That is the year of my life. I don't want to waste.
I do feel that, but if it means many more good years, you might have to sacrifice. And that's the point where I'm at. Is I'm willing to sacrifice if we can get that guy. If not, then no, I'm gonna win every game.
Wait, what's your final question before I say bye to you?
I already asked it and you answered it, so.
And it was about fucking Caleb Williams.
It was.
I can't, dude. Anyways, Broncos versus Bears. I guess Aaron's rooting for the Bears. So clearly we're going to have some. I can't
I'm not
going to
say I'm rooting for the Bears.
Nope.
I'm not going to say that because I'm going to be cheering for the Broncos and everything. It's more so a wait and see approach.
Okay. Well, on that note, I am going to give Aaron the silent treatment for the next couple of hours. Thank you for joining us. If you did, have a great day, you guys. I hope it'll be an okay game.
I hope so too.
It's going to, you know what? Go Broncos.
Go Broncos. Let's go. Go Broncos. Let's get that number 1 pick. High Noon, not yet sponsors, or not yet future sponsors. We're ready. We're waiting for you.
Aaron, you got to shut this off.
We had hundreds of views last time, so get on now. It's time to hit the bandwagon now.
I'm here with you. Right here.
Oh, yeah?
If you get there, we're done. We need to shut this off. We need to shut this. I don't want people to see me yelling at you.
All right, Broncos Country, let's ride.
Behind the scenes.
She attacks me and,
Aaron,
scratches my face and stuff.
Shut it off.
Okay, guys, I got to go before I get hurt.
Oh, boy. All right. Game's in 40 minutes. Let's do it. We better win, dude.